After leaving the cinema for the second time seeing this movie, I came to the conclusion this is what straight guys must have felt like when they saw Lord of the Rings in 2001. Hello Flickering Myth family and welcome to our channel. My name is EJ and I'm so excited for this week's video. We have one of the biggest blockbusters of the year about to be released and I am so excited to dive into Wicked Part 1. This is what a blockbuster should be. We've had plenty of big budget movies. I'm talking over $100+ million in that budget. Just a big studio release. There's been plenty of those this year. There's been plenty of those in the last 10 years. But my goodness, Wicked hits the note on every level. It gives me that pure spectacle that we absolutely crave. It's the big bombastic songs, it's the amazing story that grips you in, it's the amazing acting, it's the world building. All of this is what we need in our spectacles, what we need in our blockbusters. This is what we come to if it's a Marvel movie, Star Wars, DC, Transformers, any of these big IPs, you come in for those simple things. You want to be gripped, emotionally compelled, you want to be entertained, you want some amazing visuals, and you want something to kind of stick with you. So that's the songs here. It's also the story. It's also the acting. My goodness, everything about this movie will stick with you. There hasn't been a spectacle like this in quite some time. Barbie kind of reminds me of the pure madness that we're getting, but something about even this movie feels, I guess, more important. I don't know if it's just the history going back to Wizard of Oz. I don't know if it's the beloved Broadway play that we're doing, or the very strange book that this is based on. I don't know what it is, but the hype going into Wicked feels insane. But I also love the marketing madness behind this. It feels like when I was growing up and there was like those Batman and Robin, or sorry, the Batman Forever cups that you could get at McDonald's, or the Jurassic Park, 2 toys that I loved, the Lost World ones. There was this like truck that I used to hang over my bed. Yeah, I remember when there was toys, there was toasters, there was hair straighteners, there was nail polishes, there was everything you can find for a certain movie, and they were just marketing it like crazy. That's what Wicked is. Again, Barbie had that a bit last year, but even Wicked feels like it's going that extra step. I cannot enter a store without seeing the pink and green. For me, that's amazing. I love it. I love marketing. I love the hype behind a blockbuster. We don't usually get that. Again, this feels like a remnant of a lost time in Hollywood when we put everything into our work. I love what they're doing here. I also love seeing a blockbuster marketed to girls and gays. This movie is definitely for everyone, and I think everyone should see it. This is, what a blockbuster has to be, that 4-quadrant, can work for men, women, young, old, gay, straight, black, white. Everyone should be able to watch this movie, and everyone could. But I would say the marketing, the appeal, I love that it is going for a certain market. That's what's awesome, though. We could have something catered to us, but everyone else enjoy. We saw it with Agatha all along. We saw it with Barbie. We've seen it done before, but I just love that this movie is so unashamed to be a movie for little girls, or a movie for Broadway fans, or a movie for the LGBTQ community. It's just nice to have, and it's nice to see it not be, this movie isn't insanely political. There are some things that are very timely, but it's not this crazy, like what they would label a woke movie or anything. It's just a movie that feels like it's like marketed, catered to, budgeted to, everything towards a certain group, and that's just refreshing. That's what we need in the blockbuster space. For a long time, it was these like nerd-dominated action movies. Think of, again, the Indiana Jones, the Marvel life that we just lived, Star Wars, Transformers, like I mentioned, all these big IPs, Dune even this year, all these big things that are coming, but it's definitely geared towards a certain group. Everyone can fall in love with it and see it, as you do with these big blockbusters, but I just love seeing the marketing. I love seeing the ad campaign targeting this group, the LGBT community, young girls especially. Going to see this movie twice, what I love to see is dads and daughters. That is just so heartwarming to see. That's the appeal for this movie. And again, that hasn't been done in so long, and that is just a small part of why Wicked is so special. Wicked has no shortage of amazing performances and amazing songs. Wow, if you know the Broadway performance, you know these songs are going to slap. But hearing these actors perform it, seeing it brought to life with this type of choreography, it is so engulfing. It's so bright and amazing, and it's so in your face. There's been a lot of talk about the cinematography of this movie, the look. I will say, after seeing it in Dolby this last time that I just watched it, I think this movie looks great. I think, there's some of the CG towards the end that feels a little superhero movie. Sometimes the, color grading or anything, I'm like, oh, I would have just turned up the brightness just a little bit on the scene. But overall, I have no complaints with the looks. So we have amazing looks with the cinematography. Then you have great choreography bringing it all to life. But my goodness, the performances. Cynthia Erivo, my goodness, like, Elphaba is a defining role in any actress's career who gets to play Elphaba, but Cynthia made this role her own. I feel Elphaba in every moment. There is just small moments that are just so special, like Glenda telling her she looks beautiful and Elphaba not accepting that. There is small moments of just foreshadowing that are just so amazing, like, oh man, these people are going to have a big parade in honor of me, and it's like, oh girl, they will, sure. Just these moments that I find so engaging and so enamoring. I think Cynthia is such a talented performer. It just makes these choices that just feel so otherworldly with her character, and I absolutely love it. I would also say Ariana Grande. I've been an Ariana Grande fan since, she hit me with, like, focus on me. Yeah, I've been here for a while with Miss Ariana Grande, but to see this role, I knew this girl was funny. I knew she could sing, but her vocals in this movie, her acting ability, she is so laugh out loud funny with almost everything she does. I've seen this movie twice now, and each time she gets the most laughs, and it's just honest, just great laughter. She is such a talented performer in this and really makes Glenda such a scene stealer. But I can't say the word scene stealer without talking about Jonathan Bailey as Fiyero. Give Jonathan Bailey awards, give him every role, give him a Nobel Peace Prize for being so amazing in this movie. He is just so effortlessly cool and charming and funny, but I love the heart that he gives certain moments. I love the stupidity of his character and the willingness to be stupid. It's just nice to see characters feel so realized. And again, they've had so much material, 20-something years of Broadway performances that they can pull from, but they all felt original. They all felt new. You've seen characters like this before. You've seen them like this in the Broadway performances, but you've never seen them handled like this. Fiyero just lives with me now. This is one of my favorite things. The moment he enters this movie, giving me one of my favorite performances, he is instantly burned in my head. And again, the performances. Dancing Through Life is like my go-to song right now. I absolutely love what they do with it, the spectacle that they make out of it in the film. You also have Popular, so good. The Wizard and I, amazing. Oh my goodness, but we cannot talk about this without talking about Defying Gravity. Wow. A show-stopping number. One of the best ways I've ever seen a movie close out. Defying Gravity is just, it stabs you, rips you open, buries itself into you, and then you're just, like, doing the battle cry throughout the rest of your life. It's so important. It's so amazing. Cynthia's performance in this moment is defining. Like, if I could Oscar nominate one just singular moment, it's that whole Defying Gravity part. It's just important. It's amazing. There's no other way to build up this amazing film and just release everything with Defying Gravity. You feel the impact. You feel the weight of it. It's so important. It's so amazing. And it's a defining moment of this year in cinema. I see this being a potential blockbuster force, especially right now with the way the American election fell out. This movie is surprisingly timely, and there's just a lot of happiness that people need in their lives right now, and this could definitely be that. But that money can also turn into awards praise, because then everyone will be taking this movie very seriously, and my goodness, does this deserve some awards. I can definitely lock this in for a Best Picture. I'm sorry. I know y'all are gonna be shocked to think Wicked as a Best Picture contender, but it is. It is so classic Hollywood. It's Buzzley Berkeley at times. It's Fosse. It's just these amazing classic musicals that but it's also so modern in so many ways. It's so fresh in so many ways. It's just really going to stand out amongst the list of recent musicals. I mean, this is nothing like La La Land. This is nothing like anything else that we've seen in the recent years. Wonka. There is just nothing like this as a musical, and I think the Academy and other awards, voters, Critics' Choice Association like I'm in, I could definitely see this being a force, especially in those technical craft categories. Yes, Dune Part 2 has some competition when it comes to costuming, when it comes to production design, because this movie it just looks so real. It looks so, it's tangible. You can live in this world, and I absolutely love that. So I would love to see Best Picture, Best Director, Actress, Supporting Actor, and all these amazing craft awards as well. Sucks that we can't get a Best Original Song here, but someone's probably going to still try to find a way to get Defying Gravity into the Oscars because we need to see that happen. But my goodness, what a spectacle. And I am just hoping for the awards love and all the money to pour in for this. Well, that is it for my review of Wicked Part 1. My goodness, I cannot wait for Part 2. I cannot wait to see Part 1 for a third time. Yes, those words just came out of my mouth. I was hyped for this movie, but not as hyped as I am post this movie. Wow. What did you all think of my review? What do you think of Wicked? Share your thoughts down in the comments below. If you have seen this movie, what was your favorite part of it? What was the defining moment for you throughout all of this experience? Share your thoughts down in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy, and subscribe to Flickering Myth for more videos just like this. Alright everyone, let's talk about Wicked right down below.